Welcome, Vault Dwellers, to episode 21 of my Fallout 4 No Loot Challenge Run. The rules are fairly simple. I am not allowed to use the A button here on Xbox to pick anything up out of the world and put it into my inventory. Same goes with anything out of a container. Notable exception is crops in my own settlement. We're playing on survival mode. I need food to eat. And I also need things to barter with in order to buy the junk that is necessary to play the game. If you enjoy these episodes, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so that you know when more episodes are released. And if you don't like, please tell me why in a comment so that I can do better for you next time. If I get dislikes on a video without context, I don't know what it is that I should be working on to improve and make a better product for you. Thanks so much for your consideration. Last episode, we did not make any progress towards the Museum of Witchcraft. In fact, we have made a lot of progress in completely the opposite direction. We ended last episode by accidentally getting into a fight with Phyllis Daly, who was convinced that she was a synth. And after I buried her body at sea, I got to wondering, is she actually a synth? Does she have a synth component? And it turns out the answer is no. She's gone. I managed to hunt down her body and take a look at her inventory, and although she was very convinced that she is a synth, in fact she is not, and that just makes this all the more the tragedy. I've done what I can with this place. We've set up some beds, but we do not have the resources necessary to build a water purifier and a generator, and we can't build a recruitment radio beacon at all. So we're going to have to set up a supply line to this settlement to get it going and productive. I also took a bunch of rad damage swimming around looking for Phyllis's body. Luckily, Trash Can Carla showed up, and we were able to buy some supplies from her, kind of top things off. It was expensive, especially since I didn't have anything to trade. There's no crops at this settlement, not yet. But having those supplies in hand when we are so far from our home base is nice. One last thing I want to do before I leave Egret Tours Maria is I don't want to accidentally pick up this magazine, because once you push the A button kind of anywhere near it, you're going to read it. So we're just going to drop that. Oh, that's right. You can't just drop it off the edge of the dock, I remember. So instead, we are just going to go outside of our settlement and just find a clump of weeds somewhere. Come on. And there it goes. Don't know exactly where it's at. Am unlikely to stumble across it on accident, and good riddance, because we're not allowed to collect that. We have a long way to go still before we get to the vault. And part of that involves crossing the river. And this bridge looks like it might be a good place to cross, except that it is not intact. It is a drawbridge that has been partially raised, and there is no way to lower it. Which means we are going to have to go for a swim. Hopefully, I did clear out enemies before my last, when I came through here last. Hopefully nobody's respawned. Doesn't look like anyone has. So, yeah, there's just no way to bridge this gap, as it were, without going for a little swim. So, off we go, and we'll just try and get across the river as quick as we can. And now that we're here on the other side, there is a stop that I want to make on my way to get over to the vault, and that is right here. I don't think there's any enemies around here, but what there is, I thought maybe I would have to rescue the fellow from the top of Trinity Tower and get Strong unlocked before I could do this, but I actually checked this out, and it turns out that you can go ahead and recruit Anne to be your... Okay, Anne, stop walking away. You can recruit Anne to be one of your vendors. She can be your clothing vendor, in fact. And me help him? I don't know. That sounds like a low intelligence option. Anyways, yeah, we were planning on doing that. What do you do?
I used to make the costumes for our plays. Back when we still put on live shows.
Costumes don't seem necessary for a radio show,
I'm
though.
just one of the actors in Rex's radio plays.
Would you like to come and work for me?
Rex is in trouble.
And we can send her to Hangman's Alley, where I have a level 3 clothing shop. And yeah, next time we go back to Hangman's Alley, we are going to have yet another level 4 vendor, which is fantastic. Now I have a long walk ahead of me to this vault, so I am going to just try and stick to the roads, and I will hit record again if I come across anything interesting. Nothing too interesting on the walk down here. I did encounter some super mutants at the Scrap Palace, but I was able to snipe them off at such long range that I was never really in any actual danger. Did discover the edge of the glowing sea, and we have arrived at Vault 95. And I am taking a different approach. I am kind of coming at this place from the back. There is another settlement around here somewhere, I think maybe over here, that is a good jumping off place, but I don't have that settlement yet. And I can't even remember the name of it. It was a farmer and his 2 kids were living there. I ended up doing a build there because some friends of mine with young children had to, quote, send their dog to live on a farm in the country. And me, being the dense idiot that I am, started asking a bunch of questions, and they're like, no, we sent our dog to live on a farm on the country. Like, oh right. So I ended up doing a build there, like, what would a dog farm in the country actually be like in the Fallout universe? So I'll try to leave that in the end card. Anyways, I do have a perk to take, and I've been saying that I want to work my way down the perception tree to eventually get sniper, penetrator, and maybe even concentrated fire. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and take that point of perception. All it can do is help us when it comes to our VATS accuracy when we get into this vault. Normally you come at this place and you kind of climb a big hill, and there's this great big set piece battle with multiple gunners and assaultrons, and I think even a sentry bot can get involved. But if you come at this place from the back, I think it is just a lot easier. In fact, I might be able to take all 3 of these guys out nope, I missed the last one, but still got the 2 most dangerous enemies in a single VATS round. And this guy dance around a little bit, that's fine, we'll take him out and give another shot. There are going to be some additional enemies around here, and in fact, here's one right now. We definitely want to take this assaultron out. They are super dangerous and very perceptive if we can find So that's good news that that guy is dead and gone. I'm still in caution, but I'm going to go ahead and just kind of slowly make my way down the hill, see if anybody else wants to climb up here and stick their head out of this scaffolding and let me take a shot at it. Doesn't look like anybody's interested. I don't think they know where I am. There are a couple of spotlights here that would probably be best if I took these guys out because they can help break and sneak. And Cait decided to take the hard way downhill. That's fine. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some turrets in here as well, but frankly, since we didn't come at this the normal way, we haven't drawn out the gunners that stand inside that entrance the way we normally would. But I think it's going to be alright. We are just so deadly with this sniper rifle that we're able to take out most humanoid enemies in a single shot, and we'll go ahead and get that turret. And is there another one? I think there was. But we're just going to go ahead and push up and see what we got. Nope, does not look like there's another turret. So we can get inside the wall here. I am curious, can I do anything with the controls? No. Okay. Well, it's supposed to be a derelict vault. There's probably no power to run the door anyway. I did say that I wanted to try out my new guns. Let's get out the cosmic cannon here and see how that goes once we get down into the vault. And I am curious to see if this is going to be worth the effort that we put into it. Oh, tripwires. Okay, we remember the rules for tripwires. We are allowed to disarm them, but we are not allowed to keep the junk that they provide. So we'll just come over here in the corner and do some light littering. And we can't unlock that door, but Cait,
I'm out of bobby pins. Have any on you?
Cait can do rock picking, at least if we give her some bobby pins. So let's just do that. Cait, here you go. Here's some bobby pins.
Sure.
Why don't you go ahead and
Hey, what you need?
unlock that door for me. Maybe don't stand up while you do it. That's. I hope the enemies don't.
I love that click.
Actually, why don't I go ahead and take out the spotlight too? Because we don't need that shining on us while we. Alright, well, I guess that's not one of the spotlights we can take out. But now that we're in here, let's close the door. See what we can do with this terminal. Turrets. Can I? No. I don't have the magazine that allows me to repurpose these things, but we can at least turn them off. So, should make the upcoming room a little bit easier. And what do we got here? You got some gunners at extreme range, and although I want to try my new gun, it's not silenced, and I don't know how many gunners are in this room, so let's try and take at least a couple of them out quietly. And there's another one, there's another couple up there. See if we can get a good shot on that guy. Good. And if he would like to hold still for a moment, no, he would not. like to come and be in the clear. There you go. I think there's one more. And oh, that's a gutsy. Okay, good. You do not want to mess around with gutsies. Still in caution. Wonder if I can go ahead and take these turrets out for experience points. No, I think you have to. I think you can if you have penetrator, but I don't. Wish that I could, because it would be nice to not have to worry about targeting these guys with VATS. Just want to try and clear the room, make sure that I'm not leaving enemies behind me. So far, it looks like we got them all. Let's go ahead and pull out our new gun. See if we can't give that a little try. And hungry and thirsty.
Who's there?
Deal with that in a minute. Well, that certainly... Oh, that guy was hiding right behind a pillar. And let's see if we can... Now that our sneak is broken... I don't know about the pushback effect, but I don't know, seems to be doing okay. I'm not sure that I think it's any better than Old Faithful, but it's something. Where are you? Clearly somebody's down here. Ooh, legendary. Let's see how this does against the legendary. Pushback. I noticed that the first few shots did not actually seem to push the guy back any. And so I think that it might be some kind of percentage on whether or not the pushback is effective. But frankly, if it's not 100% effective, I don't think that it's going to be really any better than Old Faithful. We are going to try this again, this gun again, but we're going to try it on maybe some ghouls or another swarm enemy sometime.
Hey.
Yeah.
For now, I've got a lot of gunners to go kill, and I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me sneak my way through the vaults and try and take them out one at a time. I'll join you again when there's when we are ready to try and advance the story a little. Well, we've gone through and cleared out the atrium and the residential wing, and there is a locked door outside of an area called Research with a master locked terminal next to it. And the door says the terminal's required. I can't hack master, and neither can Cait, but I found this on the Overseer's Terminal Unlocked Facilities Wing. I'm not 100% sure that that's going to be the path forward, and yet it's the only kind of clue or path that I've got. So let's take a look and see if this door is now unlocked, and we have a way towards yes. Okay, so things have been going fairly well, and Overseer's Guardian has proven to be extremely deadly when it comes to gunners. And in fact, here is a chance to show that off now. As long as our sneak doesn't get broken, we are in excellent shape. As soon as somebody spots us, though, we're in a world of trouble, because Cait here does not have very much endurance. She's wearing the best legendary gear that we can buy, but what you can buy is not as good as what can be found out in the wild. Nevertheless, we are doing it, and I guess I'd like to get back to hidden before I open this door. We'll just wait. Alright, we're back to hidden, and there are two gunners there. I just saw a guy go around the corner into that room across the way. Hopefully he will get kind of drawn out without actually breaking our sneak. He's crafty. He's not running out here. Yeah, here he comes. Okay. So you're gonna die. Sorry, man. Can't leave anyone alive kind of at my back and give someone a chance to shoot at me from behind. I keep hearing turret noises though, and that makes me nervous because if I get caught by a turret, they can tear me apart in fairly short order. But so far we're doing okay. And I think that we've got everybody cleared out on this lower floor, but man, where is that turret? I know there's got to be one around here somewhere because I keep hearing it, but can't seem to find it. And a little sprint doesn't seem to activate. Maybe Cait got it. That could be. Anyways, looks like that path is blocked. So let's open the door here. See what we got. Anybody? Okay, he's blocked. So we'll let him stand up. And then let him decide to poke out and take a few shots at his head and see if we can't nail him. There we go. And did we take a hit? No, we did not. But uh-oh, that is a legendary, and I am cornered. I don't like this. I'm getting out. Yeah, don't want to tangle with a legendary if I don't have a clear line of escape. Let's see if we can't disarm him. No, we're going to shoot a box uselessly instead. Alright, let's try again.
You're gonna pay.
It hit him in the arm, but I don't think it actually crippled his arm.
We're hot. Get some.
Come on out here, buddy. Let's try that again, and then we'll try another shot on his body. So, mutated at least, but
Or is this too easy?
yeah, I just don't want to get into past caution into danger with a legendary. Alright, come on, stick your head out. Maybe we can get an angle through the door. Let's try a manual shot on him. That did some good work.
You stupid bastards. Come on.
Alright, you want to come out now? See if we can't nail it in the head. There we go. And a level up. Let's just go ahead and take that perk right now, because him enjoying the extra accuracy that I've been getting from the perception, and we now finally have sniper unlocked. So probably the next three shots are, or three shots, next three perks are all going to get dumped direct into sniper, unless I guess I should have actually checked to see, because we don't have the last rank of rifleman yet. No, we've still got a ways to go before rifleman. And just make our way through here. I think we've got all the immediate threats down, and we should be getting fairly close to this, yes, detox facility. Alright, just check and make sure. Yeah, nothing that way. Well, there's the turret that I've been hearing all over the place. Can I shoot you? Yes, I can. Not sure why I was having trouble with shooting the other ones in the atrium, but I'll take it. I did not want a turret waking up at point blank range. Detox facility. Let's open the door. Open door. Open sesame and back out. And the door opens and oh, looks like there's one, maybe one last gunner in here. And man with a 4x multiplier on, oh, and a turret. Wow. Good thing we're using a silenced weapon with a 4x multiplier on it. Okay, are we done? Are we done finally? I think we are. So, Cait, why don't you go have a seat in that scary looking chair? So we can't use that until we get in there. And Cait, this thing looks like it's going to drill into your brain. Are you sure you want to try maybe some Addictol first? Because I've got a dose. I've got one right here.
The answer to me problems is sitting in that room. But I don't know if I should go through with it.
I wonder if I can mess this conversation up. But we have come a long ways to help you, Cait.
I know you risked your life getting us down here. But what if the psycho's the only thing keeping me together? What if this opens me eyes and I don't like what I see? There were reasons I dulled the pain. Things I didn't want to face. Things I was trying to forget. I'd rather be spitting blood than reliving the past.
Well, if there's going to be speech checks, we're putting on our speech gear. So, fashionable glasses on, cap on, and summer shorts on. I do not want a repeat of what happened with Phyllis.
Hey, the answer to me problems is sitting in that room.
So we can skip through the dialogue since we're doing this the second time. We have come a long way to help you, Cait.
I know you risked your life getting us down here. But what if the psycho's the only thing keeping me together? There were reasons I dulled. I'd rather be spitting blood than...
Therapy's certainly going to be hard to come by in the Wasteland, but we can face your past together.
You've already done so much, but you keep offering to do more. Well, who the hell am I to look a gift horse in the mouth?
As I said, Cait has a soft spot for people who are damaged and hurting. In part because she's just a nice person, but also because of her own experiences. Alright, Cait. I mean, last chance. This thing, like I said, looks like it's going to drill into your brain. So here we go. We'll initiate the toxin purge and see what happens. is pumping crap into you. Yeah, how is this purging anything? Well, Cait, do you still want Psycho? Alright, the subtitles say screaming in pain, but she looks kind of neutral for that.
Are you alright?
Cait, do you feel better?
How are you feeling?
Strange. I feel really strange. Everything feels different. Everything feels clearer. Colors, sounds, smells. Nothing is like I remember. I can't believe it worked. The cravings, the pain, hell, even the rush. They've disappeared. Was I really that far gone?
I think you were, Cait.
Sure.
Okay, so is that it? Are we done talking? Yeah, I was worried about you. There was a lot of screaming and brain drilling and pumping action going on there.
I have a feeling that Tommy had this in mind all along. Clever old bastard kicked me out of the combat zone so I'd clean myself up, and somehow knew you'd be up for the challenge.
I think you might be giving him a little bit too much credit. Well, we do try to take care of our friends,
Look,
especially when our friends might be giving us a perk.
You stepped up and helped when everyone else cashed out. I know I suck at thank yous, but that's the best you're gonna get out of me. Now how about we get out of here and leave this place far behind?
So we got ourselves a whack of experience, although not that much for completing a big quest like that. And
Hey, what you need?
Excuse me.
how we doing,
Need
Cait?
to talk.
Just
How's
wanted
our
to
relationship? Are we at max
check in, see how you
affinity
feel
yet?
things are going between us.
You know where you're headed, and you've got me back. That's the kind of person I like to be with.
Okay, like to be with.
Nothing else.
She's not trying to flirt with us, which means that I don't believe that we have unlocked her perk yet. Which is fine. There's still a long way to go before we get back home, and we might get her at the highest affinity sometime before that. And did I miss an area? Is there any last gunners hiding out? Okay, doesn't look like it. Anyways, I think that I am going to go maybe take a look around and see if I can find a place to drop a save and see about maybe trying to find that other settlement that's down here at the south end of the map and maybe get that unlocked. I will join you again the next time something interesting happens. So I did manage to find the other settlement that I was thinking of. It is this place, Somerville Place. It is way south on the map and might actually be the farthest south that you can get a settlement in the game. And I am certain that, just barging into these people's home in the middle of a rainstorm, while heavily armed and armored, is going to be not a problem at all. Although, I have to admit that I think that they might need our help. I mean, there's no roof in this house. Let's see if we can talk to the dad and see if maybe he might want to, I don't know, be annexed by our little empire.
They didn't send me, but I am a Minuteman. Is there some way I can help?
We're having a lot of trouble with a group of raiders, stealing our food and supplies. Do you think you can persuade them?
Maybe. I can be pretty persuasive, and if not, I might be able to shoot them.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
Oh, good. It'll be really
Cait disliked that. Uh-oh. You're trying to get her affinity up, not down. Cait, what does it take to have you like things? I'm not sure. Anyway, we can go ahead and maybe drop a save here, but first things first, let's make sure that we are well fed, because that will reduce our chances for getting a disease. We'll just kind of come in here and, we've marched into these people's house, and now we're going to sleep in their bed. There's 3 beds. I'm certain that there is a Goldilocks and 3 Bears joke around in this somewhere, but I'm not seeing it right now. Where is it that they want us to go? Raiders in Hyde Park. Where is that? Seems like that would be a long way away from these folks as far as trying to, raid them, but I think we can go ahead and maybe set off for Hyde Park. There's really kind of no road through the marshes here, so I am going to just go overland. And if anything cool happens along the way, I'll hit report again and come back to you. Well, we have encountered something interesting, that's for sure, in the form of a super mutant behemoth. And on the one hand, I don't really want to take him on, but on the other, I'm going to have to come back through this way to turn in the quest and get that settlement unlocked. And so I think we'll just go ahead and take a critical on the head. Oops. Well, that was just a straight miss. It's cute critical. There we go. And oh man, that does a lot of damage. We might be able to just take care of him with some manual shots. Nice. More experience points for that one behemoth than the whole quest, or at least the quest reward for getting Cait's addiction cured. He's got a lot of good stuff. Too bad we can't take any of it. We are most of the way to Hyde Park, so I may skip ahead, or I may just see what we can do here. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and just write it out here, because we are getting pretty close. I am willing to bet that there are probably some enemies inside this church, and might as well take care of them if they're easy, just to get our adrenaline up before we take on that legendary raider. And no, actually, it turns out there are no enemies in this church. I figured there would be. I wonder if I can maybe get some elevation here, though, with my sniper rifle to try and take these raiders out. Just avoid the hole in the floor and climb our way up into the steeple. There's a bunch of dead raiders in here, but no indication as to what might have killed them. I'll go ahead and see if I can take that mine out, and I should have remembered to put my armor on before I even went and started after that behemoth, but luckily we didn't need it. He didn't see us before we killed him. But we've got our armor on now, and folks are alert to our presence, but we're still in caution, which means I might still get a sneak attack on this person. I can only hit them. Come on. This is silly. We'll try a VATS shot and see if that does any better. Nope. And we did still get that as a sneak attack, even though the person is blind firing at us. And I have to wonder, since that is a legendary raider, and we now seem to have a map marker for them, if that might make them, in fact, the one enemy that we actually have to kill to get this quest completed. Nope, doesn't look like it. There's at least one more. So I always thought it was funny how this game would let you take out a leader, and that would count as completing the quest, but... Okay. Well, this is going to turn into just a very long sniper battle, so I'm going to cut away and come back when I'm not embarrassing myself with my terrible aim. Well, I decided to push up because I got impatient and nearly got killed for my efforts. So we're going to have to take a stim pack, which is okay, we've got plenty, but the water situation is not great. We're down to a single purified water. However, we did manage to kill the named raider leader, and more through luck and panic fire than anything else. There are a ton of dead raiders around here, and I don't know why exactly. Certainly there's a lot. I have not killed nearly so many raiders as there are corpses around here, and I'm just kind of curious if maybe there's going to be a terminal or another waster, for one, a terminal or a journal or something around Scudder's area up here that might tell us what it was that went down here. Let's see. Signed your neighbors. Can I read this without taking it? Forward to seeing you soon. Signed your neighbors. Well, that's an interesting threat, but who are our neighbors? I guess maybe the raiders that were over in the church? Not entirely sure. Nevertheless, we are basically done here. I'm not sure if this location counts as cleared yet. Okay, yeah, so we've apparently killed the last of the enemies around here, and I'm going to make my way back to Somerville Place. Well, we made it back to Somerville Place without incident, and we were sleepy, so we went ahead and just spent the night in one of their beds. They didn't seem to object, and we got ourselves a rested bonus, and we put on our lab coat and our Shonka hat so that we can get just a little bit more experience for turning in this quest. So, are you ready to join the Minutemen?
By the way, we talked about it, and we decided to support the Minutemen.
Very good.
Worth giving another chance. The only way things will get better is if
Eventually, when we have to go into the glowing sea, it'll be nice to have a place to jump off from. And even better, they've got a whole bunch of corn here, and that's good because I was starting to run a little bit low on food. I'm going to spend a little time setting this place up, and I'll be back with you in a matter of seconds from your point of view. Well, just like you get towards Marina, there's just not enough supplies here to make this a functional settlement, at least not yet. We're going to have to set up a supply line down here and come back at some later point. I've done what I can for these folks, throw down a couple extra beds, actually only one extra bed, because by the time I put some rugs down so that I could put beds in this room, I was out of cloth except for enough to make one more. I at least came over here and fixed the roof, and so at least it's not raining inside their house anymore. But it is time to move on, and as I said, we'll have to come back at a later date in order to try and help these people out some more. For what we're going to do next, we're starting to run kind of low on ammo and supplies. But there is one thing that is almost on our way back home to Hangman's Alley, and that is a piece of Creation Club content where we were supposed to find some packages at Fallon's department store. I am not expecting to be able to complete that quest because it sounds like it's going to be a fetch quest, but we have at least enough ammo and enough time before we run out of supplies to try and check it out while we're on our way past. So I will join you once we get to be a little bit closer to Fallon's. Well, I was not expecting this. I was expecting to have to go inside of Fallon's and fight past the super mutants inside or sneak past them, and instead it looks like the creator of this Creation Club content has either added this outdoor garage or added some folks to it, because there is a raider named Raymond in here and his dog Rudolph, and somehow we know that they're hostile. We don't have to approach them and talk to them to find out. We're just going to murder them before they even know we're here. So that's the end of that. Let's see if we can complete this quest. And I'm kind of curious what Raymond has on him. He has a journal, which I would love to read, but I can't, because that would be picking something up that I'm not supposed to. And Rudolph here has a hunter's assault rifle. So not the best, not the worst. But the super mutants sound like they're busy fighting somebody out there. Oh boy, that is 2 sentry bots. Well, things just got really exciting. And as far as this goes, there's all kinds of fun things in here for decorating settlements, but we can't take any of it, which is too bad. But Sexy Santa, surprisingly, is not plus charisma. Sexy Santa costume is plus endurance. Okay. I have no further comment. Anyways, we could be in a lot of trouble with 2 sentry bots. And they're legendary. That just gets better and better. I do have a crit, so maybe when a fusion core gets exposed due to the overheat, maybe I can take one of those out. But I want no part of this. I don't know where these things came from. I don't know if this is an ambush from the creator of the Creation Club content here or what, but yeah, I just want to sneak away. And since they seem to have decided to chase something off to the north, we're going to go east. Now, to my left is that parking garage with all the booby traps. I have neither the inclination or the time or the supplies to go messing around with that, because I am running kind of critically low on ammo, and so it would be better off just not to mess with it, especially because there's no benefit to going in there. There's some minor loot if that's your thing, but since it's not Mary's thing to loot, there's no reason to go in. I would like to take these super mutants out because I am going to have to come back through this area again. And okay, that guy ran directly past me. Like, I think he actually bumped into me. I feel like maybe my sneak is finally getting to be good enough. But we're still going to fade back and let those guys kind of do their thing. And I just noticed that I am sleepy again. I guess I did spend all day yesterday in game scrapping out that new settlement at Somerville Place and doing what I could to make their lives a little bit better. But there's a few more super mutants inside this subway station out here, and I'm not happy about how well lit this area is or how close I am having to get to try and get around the cover to get a clear shot at these guys. But we do finally have a clear shot, and I think I'm going to try and take a manual headshot just to increase my chances of getting that guy in one shot. I did not want to let him mutate. And so there's a couple more inside there, but we can just kind of fade back over here into the shadows. And there's some Minutemen over there. I wonder if they might be willing to help us with these super mutants. Although more than likely they would just simply get annihilated. Still, this is going fairly well, considering seeing those sentry bots. That was, like, one sentry bot is terrifying. Two is, yeah, like, if we get into combat with two sentry bots, we might as well just load a save game. We're not going to manage to get our way out of that. I think these super mutants have elected to move back into some side rooms around here. And this is going to be an interior cell that I don't want to mess with. But okay, super mutants, I know you're here somewhere.
Someone there?
Yes, there is.
Guts are...
Alright, that was stupid and dangerous, but it worked out. And I see a mattress over there, but oh, I don't know. If I get an infection, I don't think I have any more antibiotics. It's probably best to just give that a miss and have faith that I'm going to be able to get on home. Let's see. Neither of those is marked as clear, which may mean that there could be more mutants around, although my brackets are not shuffling. I think I may have gotten them all. So just gonna stand up a little bit. And, yeah, there. Brackets are moving slightly, but oh, gunner. Yeah, speaking of the gunners, at one point I did kind of skirt around Gunner's Plaza. And that is a place that I want to return to because if you recall, way back when we went to the Boston Library, we had a quest in hand at that time to get ourselves not a settlement, but a player home, I guess, in Good Neighbor. And we got directed to the library, and the quest wants us to pick up a clue in the library, but there was text on a terminal that mentioned the Gunner's Plaza, so we're going to have to go back there sometime just to see if we can manage to advance that quest anymore or not. But for now, I think as long as we get ourselves to there's a bridge between a couple of different railroad locations, a railroad bridge that I think once we get there we're kind of home free. And I believe I see that up ahead of me. I'm starting to get thirsty, but I am down to a single bottle of water. So I'm going to try and hang on to that because water is easy enough to get in my settlements, but the bottles, those are harder. Now I can, at this point, afford purified water, but I don't want to spend that money unless there is no other choice. Let's see, there's a roamer over there, but actually there's a few feral ghouls. Why don't we try out our cosmic cannon? Because I did say that I wanted to try that against some swarm enemies like ghouls. Seems to knock him down pretty good. There's at least one legendary over there that is mutated, but all for naught because we have gone and taken him out with without breaking a sweat. Good thing too, because see, Defiant Hunting Rifle, final shot. Yeah, that's a terrible legendary effect. I'm not even sad that I can't pick that up. And that looks like Diamond City right there, so I think we're home free. I will, I actually, maybe not, because Hangman's Alley, I did get notification that Hangman's Alley is under attack, and I did not think that there was going to be a chance that I would get there in time to help, but maybe I will, because it does add a miscellaneous marker, or sorry, a miscellaneous quest to, oh, I have gone the wrong way. It adds a miscellaneous quest to your quest log when one of your settlements comes under attack, and oh, who are you? Crickets, I need ammo, but I am not going to talk to you right now. I didn't think there was any chance of me getting back to the alley in order to help with defending it, but maybe I'm going to make it in time. I am going to make sure that this door over here is clear. Because, yeah, I deliberately left that door shut so that people could not come in from that side, and that means that at least, yeah, so that seems to have worked according to plan as far as these raiders were not able to find their way inside my settlement. And don't know if this is going to be all of them. Uh-oh. He's shooting at me. So we'll take advantage of the vast defense and yeah. Sweet. So we have managed to defend our home against some raider aggression, and we've probably, got ourselves some notice here. Let's check our defense stat. Our defense stat is, our defense stat is probably too low considering the resources and people and everything that we have here, so we are going to have to work on that. That still, though, is for another day. For now, it just feels good to be home, and oh, some raiders did get in here, and our settlers are a bunch of doggone heroes that have gone and killed them all. At least all the ones that could get in. Yeah, that's fantastic. So we may have to do some repairs. I do see for example, this potato plant needs to be repaired, and a few other miscellaneous things might need it, but still, I would say that this is quite enough for today. We managed to finish Cait's companion quest, even though she is not full affinity with us yet. We're on the way. We got a new settlement unlocked, and we crossed another fetch quest that we can't complete off of our list and defended our home. So I would say that's pretty good work. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure and hit the like button so that I know that you're digging what I'm doing. And if you didn't like, please tell me why in a comment so that I can try and do better for you next time, because if you hit the dislike and don't tell me why, I don't know what it is that I should try and improve for you. If you want to see more of these, you're going to have to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when new episodes release. Schedule is usually every Sunday. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Nacho Bidness, and I'm saying it's a great big wasteland out there. Let's go have fun in it.